The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback, Kyler Murray, leading the way.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 5 catches, 79 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 2nd and 7, Murray flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 7. 1st down, Arizona.
Shotgun now from Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Murray eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Murray.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Hopkins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is DJ Reed returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
6-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
2nd and 8.
From the 38, Murray on the slant complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
1st down.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Murray to air it out again. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Murray.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here's Reed. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Seahawks.
Looking sideline, incomplete. And Penny Hart, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Back to throw again. A pass underneath for Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashard Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
8-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Michael Dixon to kick.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some room to work. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it off.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
This is Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 28-yard line.
Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Murray now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again. Murray. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They run. It's Hill. And they'll get this down to the 10. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Ryan Hill, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
14.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Reed returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll run the screen with Carson. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that one complete to Hart. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st down, Arizona.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
And a yard.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Murray now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Murray on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw it. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
I don't know what the heck.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Now Murray again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Partner, is that a little sweet justice for Super Bowl 49 right there?
You know nothing can ever erase the total sting, but that has to feel good, right? To flip it around, be on their own 1-yard line defending, and come up with the interception.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
34.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
What's the deal, y'all? Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Yards to go.
2nd and 5. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And 1.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out